since I'm coming to New York, I have been listening to the podcast and I'm like, why am I so quiet? Why am I so quiet? I used to like try to like quiet my voice later in the night, but I haven't lately. And I'm like, but I'm still quiet. And I'm like, maybe I just need to hold my microphone closer to my mouth the entire podcast because you are so much louder than me. And I don't want to be left in the dust. I'm here too. I'm 50% of 2 Gay Mats.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we're talking about like who does what as far as like work and social media goes, maybe not 50, but yes, you're close. You're definitely in the running.
Edits the videos.
Yes, you edit the videos during the week. That's true.
Baby girl, I edited those video reactions back when we were putting like stuff on Facebook too.
Oh, now that was a tough time. That was a tough time for the audience. It was a tough time for both of us.
Several years. Now we have a Facebook. Can't tell you the last time we posted on it.
I mean, I post those TikToks on there. I'm like, hey, here it is.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. I guess you do more work.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to 2 Gay Mats, the podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And we are back again another week. And so, Matt Steele.
Yeah.
How's
well,
your
not
week
really
been?
another week. It wasn't really another week. It was like
that's
another
true.
like 5 days. You know, we know how it works. We recorded last Tuesday, and now we're here on Sunday. So not really much has happened. I did the show. I saw some cinema. I saw some people. I can't say anything super crazy happened. So I'm sorry about that. I realize it's my job to do interesting things and talk about it for all of y'all, but I got nothing really. Hey,
it's only been a few days, and I assume the cinema is going to come up a bit later, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah. So what did you do? Tell us.
I also didn't do anything too crazy. Over the weekend, I did listen to the new Doja Cat album V for the new One Matt Only that's going to come up on Patreon in the next couple of days. And
you're doing another One Matt Only.
I am. You know, I'm trying
You're really making me look bad. Damn it.
I just feel like, you know, Jackson goes to his basketball every Saturday morning. And so I like to like do my walk when I wake up. But then I get back and I'm like, okay, I could do something productive, pushing 2 Gay Mats to the next level. We're so close to 100,000 subscribers. So again, if you are not a subscriber on YouTube, do that. But also the Patreon is the way that we're going to really, you know, make our living one day. So yes, my goal is to like try to do as many One Matt Onlys as I can. And so listen to V, the new Doja Cat, which is not produced by that man who we don't engage with. And it's a very cool 80s throwback moment. There are definitely some high points. I think she's picking the right singles. Jealous Type is great, as is Gorgeous. And not every song called Gorgeous is good. So I was happy to hear that one. And so that was a fun thing I did on Saturday. And then we went over to our friends Shay and Jeff's, and they invited us to their home. It was lovely, and they were having a Negroni night. So Jeff's a big fan of Negronis, which is a type of alcoholic beverage. A Negroni. It's a type of, exactly. It's a
Honey, I don't take part in that sinful activity.
I know you don't. But yes, so they basically had different types of Negronis that they had pre-made and like were pairing with different food throughout the night. And they're like the type of people that look basically like if you wanted to be an interior designer or a party planner, you just could naturally. And I feel like many gays have those skills. And I think we don't do badly in those situations. But could we be hired for those skills? I don't think so. Like this... like comes so naturally to some gays out there. And it just was such a beautiful home and such a beautiful setup. And I was eating this pasta, trying the white Negroni. Then I was trying the new classic Negroni with like a piece of the cake that they had baked. And it was like, my goodness, this is so beautifully planned. They had like made like basically menus and like comment cards so you can like talk about the pairings. See, tell us which Negroni you like the best. Like it's very like I would need to pay someone to do this for me if it was going to be this nice. So it was a lovely, lovely moment. And yeah, it was great to see them, but it also was like, okay, we're drinking a lot of Negronis, which has a lot, hard alcohol in it. And so I woke up just feeling a little not my best, as one does after drinking over a night. So yeah, today was more about recovery and finding my true self. And now I feel like I've made it back, to my true self and just in time for such a chat.
Baby, let me tell you, your true self is old because you can't handle that shit no more.
Okay, I didn't say that, but yes, there's a difference. There used to be a day where like
there's a noticeable difference.
I think it's getting old, but also like Jackson and I like don't drink during the week essentially. But then on Thursday or Friday nights, either whether I have work on Friday or whatever, I'll like make us a margarita, and like I usually make it the old proportions the way I would usually. And I'm like, ooh, this one margarita really took me out. Like I can't do anything the next day, and I'm like, I guess this is what happens. Like, yeah. So
you're sensitive. You're delicate. You just have a little tiny bird body. Your little hollow bird bones. They can't handle the blood alcohol content level percentage, whatever. I used to understand how to talk about all that shit because I had to take the, working at a restaurant. You have to take like the alcohol test or whatever, like what percentage requires, like means that you're intoxicated or whatever.
Right.
I haven't been working at that restaurant in 2 months. And girl, that went out of my head. Wow. It's amazing the things we forget so quickly.
I still have this dream of us doing a video, and once you're back, maybe we can do this, where like I buy a lot of like non-alcoholic, like boozy beverage, like, alcoholic drinks essentially, and have you try them to see which one's your favorite and least favorite. Because I think that would be fun. Because I feel like you've had some non-alcoholic wine before, and you're like, this is disgusting. I bet I could find you something you liked. I do. I feel like I have really good.
I had a non-alcoholic champagne once. Like I sipped it and I was just like, oh, this is lovely. This tastes like kombucha kind of. And I love kombucha. I had a non-alcoholic, I think, white wine. And I was like, okay, this is fine, But then I had a non-alcoholic rosé, and that was dirty socks. Like I was like, there must be something wrong with this, because I thought it would be fruity, and like it wasn't for some reason. I don't know. But the non-alcoholic beer, because Travis, my roommate, he doesn't drink either. Like he stopped drinking a couple years ago, and he bought a can of like non-alcoholic beer, and he was like, I just want to see what it tastes like. And he sipped it, and he was like, oh, it kind of tastes like beer. And so then I was like, oh, I want to try it, and I tried it. You're all fucking psychotic. Like, what the fuck is that? You know what it does? It does the thing that I hate about flavored seltzer water, which is where you put it up to your nose and it smells like it's going to taste like one thing, but then the second it hits your lips, it tastes like something completely different. And that different thing that it tastes like for the non-alcoholic beer is cement.
Okay, well, I don't think it tastes like cement. And also, I have the non-alcoholic Coronas I drink during the week, and they're excellent. I think they taste so similar to a real Corona. You throw a little lime juice in there, and you say you don't like those seltzer water things, but you do like the lime juice sparkling water that I make in my home.
Yeah, because it tastes like lime. Like it tastes like a soda. Like when because Matt Palmer he like has his little, what's it called, machine. Your
Soda Stream.
The Soda Stream that you abuse the fuck out of because because it says like you're only supposed to do it until it like buzzes once, but he makes it buzz like 5 times, guys. It's amazing. And then he's always like, oh, I need to get a new like CO2 container quickly. And it's like, yeah, it's because you're working that shit to death, girl. But Matt Palmer, he like makes it, and then he squeezes a whole bunch of like lime, like fresh lime in it, and it's wonderful. It tastes like you squirt a lot in there, and it's good. I love it.
I'm glad you like it, but it's just like, okay, if for the whole bottle, which I don't know my fluoride ounces, but it's like a bottle of like multiple drinks of the water. It's just a shot glass full of lime juice. Like it's not like I'm pouring the whole thing in there.
It's a good amount of lime juice though, like a shot glass like of a condensed like lime juice.
But it tastes great, and I had to move to lime juice because when I first started dating Jackson, I used one of the like grapefruit Soda Stream flavoring things that they use, and they use a lot of like fake sugar in that. And he's like, "How much of this do you consume? You're always having stomach issues, blah blah blah. Use something more natural." And so, did it help? Yes, but am I still mad about it? Yes. So, got him there.
I'm so sorry, Jackson didn't want to feed your fucking addiction to sugar-free grapefruit condensed syrup.
It was great. May it rest. Okay, I think that's kind of everything I did over the past week. Should we jump into these News for Idiots and these Grammy nominations?
Yeah, for a bit. I was trying to think if there was anything I did this week outside of like go to the show and like maybe see movies and like maybe eat and sleep. And I can't think of anything.
Okay. Well, let's jump into the news. We have to discuss the Grammy nominations came out since the last time we talked. Kendrick Lamar has the most nominations this year. He leads the pack. I believe he has 9 nominations, but right behind Kendrick is a certain Miss Lady Gaga. The monsters are
Stephanie.
Stephanie, you ever heard of her? And so, yeah, she is nominated for 7, tied with producers Jack Antonoff and Circuit, who are nominated for 7 categories as well. Also, Leon Thomas is nominated for, I think it's 4 categories. Wait, hold on. No, a surprising 6 nominations. Puts him in a tie with Sabrina Carpenter, Bad Bunny, and then an audio engineer and mixer named Serban Ganea. So, yeah, there's a lot of love to go around this year. A lot of people getting multiple nominations. It's like a rare year that neither Beyonce nor Taylor Swift was eligible. So it's like everybody's like, oh my God, pick me. Make sure that I get nominated. And I'm going to go over just a few of the main categories for us today. Nominations for Record of the Year: DTMF, Bad Bunny; Manchild, Sabrina Carpenter; Anxiety, Doechii; Wildflower, Billie Eilish; Abracadabra, Lady Gaga; Luther, Kendrick Lamar with SZA; The Subway by Chaperone; and Apata by Rosé. Of those nominations, which do you want to win and which do you think will win?
Well, first of all, I just want to say I am like very shocked because I went to bed being like, oh, the Grammy nominations are coming out tomorrow. And I was just like, oh, I could very well see Golden win Record of the Year.
100%.
And it didn't even get nominated for Record of the Year. Spoiler alert, got nominated for Song of the Year. But it's like, but that is like, it's such a huge, massive hit. It was everywhere. And like, those girls are fucking singing. Like, those are vocal performances. And so I was very, very shocked it didn't get nominated for Record of the Year. Out of all of those, I mean, I would say like Abracadabra is still, I think, maybe my favorite song of the year. Like, honestly, if it won either like record or song, I think that would be amazing. I think it's a little more suited for maybe record, just because it's, it's just such a moment, and so if it were to only win one, so I would love to see Abracadabra win it. But honestly, those Grammys love Bruno, and Apata is a fucking classic and was 100%. Everywhere. What other options like could there possibly be? Like, what else?
The only one that I think is a real option is Luther, the Kendrick Lamar with SZA song. I just feel while I feel like people liked GNX a good bit, obviously he's coming off the strength of Not Like Us, winning so many awards last year. And he's just like a Grammy darling who's never won Album of the Year. So I feel like if anyone is going to be upsetting Bruno and Lady Gaga in these main categories, I feel like it would be Kendrick. But I'm with you. If it were up to me on Record of the Year, I would pick Abracadabra. I agree with you also that Golden feels more like a record than a Song of the Year. But, we're not on the Grammy voting committee, unfortunately. Not yet. But one day.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, Record of the Year is for like, production, vocal performance, like it goes to the producer and the singer, and it's basically for like the song, whereas Song of the Year is specifically for the songwriting.
Yes. So it's basically sort of like Think of Song of the Year like you're awarding like the sheet music, the lyrics, everything that the songwriter is responsible for, while this Record of the Year is more like the entire production, the entire song you're hearing through your speakers. That's what we're voting on Record of the Year.
Yeah. I would say like Song of the Year is kind of like Best Director or Best Screenplay, whereas like Record of the Year is sort of like Best Picture, not in the sense that it's the most important award of the night because that's Album of the Year, but in terms of like we're awarding the whole song with Record of the Year.
By the way the Variety lists this, they list the Record of the Year as the first one as if it's the most important, and I need us all to recall that Album of the Year is the most important category at the Grammys forever. Period.
Yes.
No discussion. Forever. For Album of the Year, the nominations are Debí Tirar Más Fotos, Bad Bunny, Swag, Justin Bieber, shocking, Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter, Let God Sort 'Em Out, Clips, Pusha T and Malice, Mayhem, Lady Gaga, GNX, Kendrick Lamar, Mutt, Leon Thomas, and Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator. I think this is a two-person race between Lady Gaga and, three-person. Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar, Bad Bunny. I feel like those are the only options.
I think Kendrick Lamar like had such a huge hit in Not Like Us that's on this album, but that song
I don't think it's on that album.
Is it not on the album?
I don't think it is. I think it's a solo standalone thing. Like he was releasing these tracks as like back and forths with Drake. But I'll double check. But I don't think it's actually on that album.
I thought that was what the whole thing. Oh, interesting. Okay, I did not listen to this album, so clearly. But I figured like if that song was on this album, then that could really like help push it to the top. I mean, like also he's never won before, and he's someone who people are like, it's time. But also, I mean, Bad Bunny has been so huge. He's about to do the halftime show, the Super Bowl. There, like in terms of like the timeliness of it all. I mean, like to see a Latin album win Album of the Year when all of this like nonsense is happening with like the ICE deportations and stuff like that, I think would be like something that would get people to want to support this album, not just because it was a hugely successful album as well, but like because it would get people interested. It would send a very strong message, but also like Lady Gaga's Mayhem was such a return to form, so excellent. So any of these three winning, I could see as the possibility, and would be fun to watch. So yeah.
Agreed. As far as Song of the Year, we got Abracadabra, Apata, DTMF by Bad Bunny, Golden by Huntrix, Luther, which is Kendrick Lamar and SZA, Man Child, and Wildflower by Billie Eilish. Maybe Luther again. That was probably the biggest hit. Apata was also a giant hit, but I don't know if I'm talking about Apata in like the songwriting way. Like I feel like it's much more of an argument about it winning for Record of the Year. But
I mean, then again, Single Ladies won Song of the Year, which is
the Grammys
very much
make
like
no sense. It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this one, I guess I'm less sure about what wins. I guess my vote might actually be for Golden. Like if I'm going for one of the pop
it's
releases.
It's a soaring melody, baby.
It is.
That is a melody.
Yes. Yeah. But would be happy if Luther won for sure. Would be happy if Bad Bunny won. But as far as the other, and no shade to Sabrina Carpenter. I know she was nominated in all three of those categories, and I didn't pick her in any of them. But she had such a huge year last year. Man's Best Friend's doing well, but it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not exactly the same as far as like importance and breakthrough moments. And like I think it's great that she got this many nominations, but I don't know. I don't see her getting one of the big three this year, personally.
Yeah. Sorry, did you say was Subway nominated for Song of the Year?
No, just Record.
Okay. Yeah. I think it was nominated. Was it nominated for pop vocal song?
I think so. Yeah, there's like pop vocal song it's nominated for as well, but not so.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't know. Like it's not a predictable Grammys sort of race this year. So I'm interested in watching, and I'm kind of excited because I love it when things are kind of unpredictable and there's not like a super clear front runner for something.
I agree. So I think it's cool. And as far as the best new artist nominees, we have Olivia Dean, Cat's Eye, The Marias, Addison Rae, Somber, Leon Thomas, Alex Warren, and Lola Young. The only reason I feel so confident about Leon Thomas is because of just the sheer number of nominations he got for his release of Mutt this year. I feel like it is his to lose. I could see Olivia Dean. She's really breaking through and having a mainstream moment. I'm pretty sure Man I Need is top 5 on Billboard Hot 100 right now. So that could happen. And I feel obviously Alex Warren had a giant hit, but I don't think he has the and no shade, we love everybody, the respect of his peers that I feel like is a part of the Grammy voting block, it's they'll think of him as he came from YouTube and he's this guy who's making Imagine Dragon sounding music. No shade, we love everybody, but I don't know.
Sometimes greatness comes from YouTube, okay? When we win Emmys for our MTV show.
Absolutely. Look, don't look at me and say I don't want a Grammy, because sure, if Big Time Rush really promotes, does the circuit for Blow Your Speakers, that would be something. I would accept it. I'd jump on stage for Song of the Year.
Would that be eligible? Is that because
next year?
Since it since it already was out in a sort of way,
that's a great question.
But it wasn't officially released on an American album.
We'd have to argue. I unfortunately don't think this is going to be a problem. But if it were, we'd
get your lawyers on it. Get your lawyers on it just in case.
We'd get people on the case. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I guess we're gonna see
here's the thing with Leon Thomas that I just discovered 5 seconds ago before we hopped on started recording the podcast. Leon Thomas, I was Wikipediaing him. Leon Thomas was in the original Broadway cast recording of the original Broadway cast of Caroline or Change, the show that fucking changed my life, the greatest musical of the 21st century. He plays Jackie Thibodeau, and all this time, people apparently knew this and didn't tell me to check out Leon Thomas. I would have supported him so much longer ago if I knew this, because I have to support everyone in the cast of Caroline or Change, the 2004 Broadway production.
Well, I just knew him from Victorious. I know he's an actor on Insecure. He's been making music for a long, long time. So I'm so excited that he's having this breakthrough moment. He is a great person. I've met him just a handful of times. He's very, very nice. He's very talented. He's been working towards this for such a long time. And for a song like that to really blow up and to knock the doors down for him artistically, it's just really, I couldn't be happier for him.
I can't believe you met him and you didn't say, oh my God, my good friend loves Caroline or Change. I think that's so like how could you do this to me? This is such a betrayal, Matt Palmer. You're supposed to be there for me.
If it helps you, I found that out the moment you found that out about 13 minutes ago. Okay.
Well, what are you going to do about it now? Okay. What are you going to do about it? You're going to reach out to your contact and be like, hey, get me in touch with Leon Thomas again because I need to tell him something.
Yes. I'll just text him. I'll see if
he has
I'll wait. I'll see if
I'll
he
wait
has
right here.
Phone number from 2011 or whatever, and I'll just text him and be like, hey, congrats on Caroline or Change, and ignore about the Grammy Award nominations.
Yeah. And he'll be like, thank you, peak of my fucking career.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out who is going to win this year on February 1st. I believe that's when the Grammys are happening. So everybody stay tuned, and congrats to all the nominees. Next up, did you see that Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone are producing a Miss Piggy film? They announced on Las Culture, or when Jennifer Lawrence was on Las Culturistas this week, it was announced that it was happening. They both are going to be in it, and that Cole Escola of Oh Mary fame is writing the script.
I mean, that's the bomb. Like that is the truth bomb. That's just like, oh, I'm going to be seeing this. Like This is a perfect writer for the perfect project.
Right. It is so wild, and I can't imagine how this is going to shake out, but I'm already very excited for it. Apparently, it was inspired by cancel culture, and, Jennifer Lawrence.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
The movie was inspired by cancel culture.
The quote I have here from Jennifer on The Tonight Show. So during lockdown, one of my good friends who is not in the industry, it was also kind of around cancel culture. Miss Piggy is a feminist icon, and she said it would be so funny if Miss Piggy got canceled. Now, that is not the plot necessarily, but it got the wheels a-turning.
Okay. I love this. Cancel Miss Piggy, guys. Problematic pig. She's a PP.
Jesus. I mean, I'm ready for it. I also hope that Kermit's in it. I guess I don't know how many of the gang is going to be involved, but I'd like to see more than just Miss Piggy, but I would love to see her front and center. She's a star. She's always been a star. She's an icon. She's a legend. We all know this.
I know, but maybe Kermit's done with her because she's canceled now.
What could she have done? Maybe it was like she was being rude to Kermit and people saw it. And you can't be mean to your domestic partner. Could be that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is are they partners officially?
Well, they have an on-again, off-again thing.
What if she had an affair? What if I don't know. What if she was abusive? She's kind of abusive. She hits him and shit, doesn't she?
That's literally what I said. I said that was the idea.
That's not what you. Is that what you said?
I did. I said, what if it was the... You gotta listen, babe. I know you just did a 2-show day, but I am talking
there's a
here
delay.
in that box.
There's a delay, okay.
There is a delay. That's true. So yes, it could be that. I'm excited. I just love everyone involved, and can't wait to see whenever that actually reaches, our theaters. I will be first in line to buy a ticket.
All right, get that AMC A-list, girl.
I know I should, because I'm going to see Wicked for good. I've bought my AMC ticket for that, and so if the next movie I see is Miss Piggy in 2028, it'll just pay for itself.
Yeah, that's 2 movies in 1 year. That is, or I guess not in 1 year. That's 2 movies at some point.
Exactly.
So next thing you know, it's going to be 4 movies a week for you.
I can't foresee that, but you never know. You never know. Speaking of Golden, KPop Demon Hunters, there's a sequel confirmed, and it is set to debut on Netflix in 2029.
Have you watched KPop Demon Hunters a few months ago when it came out, right? You talked about it on the podcast. Okay. Yeah. And you liked it.
Yeah, it's good. It's cute.
Yeah, I still have yet to see it.
It's very fun, and I can understand why, very young people are super obsessed with it, why it was one of the most popular Halloween costumes. And, I feel like it's probably upsetting for big fans of the movie that are like, oh my God, we're waiting till 2029 for this. But it's animated. I feel like animated movies, if you want to make them right, this is going to take a long fucking time. So it's good to know that they're taking their time with it. They want to make it as good as possible. But yeah, in 2029, we'll be different ages than we are now.
Yeah. And guys, don't worry about it taking too long because time moves fast.
Yes. Despite what Madonna says and Hung Up, time moves fast.
Yeah. No, time moves fast. And you're going to close your eyes and next thing you know, it's going to be 2029. So don't worry about that. Or at least we'll probably forcefully sedate ourselves if things keep going as insane as they are. And we'll all go to sleep until 2029 and things are hopefully better.
I hope so. Could they get worse? I mean, I shouldn't even tempt fate with that. I'm sure they'll be better. I'm sure they'll be better.
Oh my God, new president and new K-pop Demon Hunters movie. What a great, it's the best year already, guys.
Honestly, I love 2029. It's my favorite year so far.
The year I thought it's going to be my year, girls.
We keep saying it's going to be our year, but we really think 2029 definitely going to be our year. Definitely going to be our year. Millie Bobby Brown and David Harbour appeared together at the Stranger Things red carpet. They took pictures together, arm in arm, basically warding off the claims that like there was an issue. Unfortunately, shortly thereafter, it wasn't just Page Six, but also Variety confirmed that this did happen. But apparently the case has now been closed and everyone's happy and doing great. But Millie Bobby Brown, according to Variety, a much more legitimate source, did say that there was a complaint from Millie Bobby Brown. But again, David Harbour being an asshole really could be the new title of this podcast. Because again, from a man that I didn't know his name a month ago, that's all we talk about.
I mean, it just goes to show that, like, Matt Palmer, no matter how deep our feuds get, we can still be professional, show up on a red carpet together, and smile at each other. I'm sure you'll do a wave. I'll try to go in for a hug, but you'll just do a hello. That's your way. That's Matt Palmer's way.
Matt still always makes fun of me when I'm like meeting someone or seeing someone that I know but I'm not like close with. Matt Steele's like, oh my God, let's hug. We're best friends. Like if we're friends on Facebook, we're besties. And I'm just like, hello, like let's be respectful and give everyone their space and like hope everyone's doing great. Like, yeah, like, I just don't know. You don't want to push it. That's my feeling. It's like, yes, we're friendly, but are we friends, Well,
baby, you're pushing, but you're pushing in the other direction. You're pushing away. you put that hand up to say no, you're not waving, you're pushing. Hello.
I feel like it's best that until we have, really connected and become close, that we give each other a wave and acknowledgement. We don't always need, I feel like there's a lot of embracing, especially, I'm going to take it there. Since COVID, shouldn't we all be waving more often? Shouldn't we all be giving polite, distanced waves to one another? I think we should.
Listen, I got vaccinated. I'm touching all y'all. I'm rubbing my face all over everyone, okay?
Oh my goodness. Speaking of Netflix, nobody wants this. The Adam Brody and Kristen Bell show has gotten renewed for season 3. I have not finished season 2 yet, but I'm still invested. Happy to report on that. You've never watched, I assume you've never watched that show. No.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sure it's lovely. I'm sure the people are lovely.
Yes, it's set in like LA, kind of in like the East Side area, close to where I live. So maybe you'd be able to like get some touch points. It would really resonate with you. And the two main characters have a podcast together. There's two sisters with a podcast, just like us.
Darling, I'm a West Side LA girl, and you were too until you bailed on me and moved out.
Hey. I was, but I mean, we were on the West Side, but like we weren't like going to the beach or anything. So like, I think it didn't.
Gross, never.
Now that's something we agree on. We fight about a lot, but I do feel like you're just getting so like we all know that sand is like dirt, right? Like I'm getting dirty here.
You're sitting in dirt and shit. There's shit in there. There's shit in the sand. Sorry, guys, it's rocks. You're sitting in dirt and there's people. There's awful people all around you all the time, and you can't escape them. There's birds.
It's so hot also. Like, I mean, I have my sunscreen and an umbrella, but like, is that going to be enough? In LA right now, it went back up to 89 fucking degrees. I think it's going to rain on Tuesday and get us back down into like the 60s area. So I'm excited because, I'm a fall girly. Like, I don't need it. If it's above 80, I need to be inside with AC on, So long story short, you're on the West Side, but it's not like you're taking advantage of it by going to the beach. And I wasn't either.
No. To me, the West Side is just like, I like it because like I'm right next to the 405. So when I have to go anywhere else in LA, it's right there. And also like my neighborhood's fucking great. The restaurants in my neighborhood are fucking incredible. There's boba every which way. It's a great walking neighborhood. I love it. I don't fuck with the beach. I'm sorry. And I fuck with the boardwalk. A boardwalk I'm good with. But I mean, we
know. I was gonna say Jersey Shore. We know you love that. But does that make you sad talking about your LA home being that you're gonna be so far away from it for the next 4 months?
It does make me sad. Like I've like think back to like, my apartment, my neighborhood, like my LA people. Like it feels like I just left, but yet it feels like I've been gone for so long. I'm not like right now. I'm still very, very much enjoying New York and loving New York because New York is fucking awesome. But I know that by the time this contract is up, I'll be like, it's time to go back.
It's time to go.
Yeah,
that is fair.
My little car. I hope my little car is doing good. Travis is driving it to the grocery store every like 2 weeks or whatever, so she keeps on running.
Oh, good. And your couch. That's honestly what I miss the most. It's like, oh, how's that couch doing? I hope well.
And you know I worked for her.
You really did. You worked and you waited, darling. If you have not heard the lore about Matt Steele's couch, it was a long, long wait. But sometimes, it was very much worth the wait. Sometimes you wait for the things you love the most. And that couch is one of those things.
I waited about as long for that couch as I am on this contract for this off-Broadway show.
Is that true?
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah, it was during like the shipment stuff in like end of 2021 and 2022 and everything.
And
I waited.
Did you have someone else's couch at the time? I'm trying to remember what the couch as you were waiting for.
Yes, my friend Connor let me use. He had this like gray steel couch that was in his garage, and he brought that to me. He drove that down to me, and he was getting rid of it anyway. So like that was sort of like a substitute thing. That couch was comfortable. I took some naps on that couch, and then but when my actual couch came, I went on Facebook Marketplace and I sold that gray couch to these two lesbians who wanted to use it as their gaming couch in their garage. And when they came and picked it up, they were so excited.
Perfect. I'm so glad it had its beautiful new home.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they're having a great time on that. Like it was like one of the girls was like the real butch one, and the other one was like real feminine and everything. And the butch one was like looking at it, and she's like, "What do you think, babe?" And the feminine one was like, "I love it." And the butch one was like, "I'ma get it. I'ma get it." And
do you think this is how lesbian people talk about us? It's like, oh, there was the real butch one and the real femme one. What are you talking about?
That fucking like there was the real loud one, and then there was the smart one, and then there was the, like they totally love, I'm sure.
Okay, in other news about artists we love, Olivia Rodrigo has called out ICE on Instagram. Apparently, the White House and Department of Homeland Security was using her song All American Bitch in an ICE-related post. And she says, quote, "Don't ever use my songs to promote your racist, hateful propaganda." And she has since like taken down the audio from that video clip, I believe. And I'm like, nothing but respect for my president. And Matt Steele has given her a lot as far as like best artist of the 21st century or whatever. But when she does shit like that, I'm like, yes, I think Matt Steele's onto something. This
Olivia Rodrigo for president, guys. 2028. That's what we're looking forward to in 2029. Olivia Rodrigo as our president.
I know, but that'll be more delays on her new album, though. I want her to be focused on the album. And she's still too young. She's like 20, right?
That's true. You have to be 35. Yeah. But like, we can make it work. We can make some changes, can't we?
Yeah.
We'll make it work. Whatever.
Absolutely.
Whatever. Have a nice, respectable, like, run for Congress first. Mm-hmm. Work your way up. That's what you do. So you learn. And then by the time she hits 35, she will be our first pop star president.
You know what? Stranger things have happened, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't have much other news, just that Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun are dating, and they had like a looking pretty staged photo op in Central Park. So they're in New York, so keep an eye out for them.
I will. Okay. I don't know what Scooter Braun looks like, but
I'll send you a picture. He looks fine. He just looks like some guy. You'll know Sydney Sweeney, and it's like these are two people who've had who are pretty disliked by the public these days, I feel. So maybe
neither of them's having a great time.
No, maybe they can just be disliked together. So it's like, you know, sometimes when people like get together and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to date them," it's kind of helpful for everybody else. It's like, "Oh, well, they're off the market. I'm not going to like accidentally start dating Sydney Sweeney because she's already entangled."
Yeah, and it's like I don't know what Scooter Braun looks like. I'm not going to accidentally swipe right on him, right. Like on Hinge or anything, or Tinder is the one you swipe on. I won't do that. And you know, they have stuff in common. They'll trauma bond together over having pretty rough eras.
Yes, and that they brought on themselves as well. Yeah,
well, you know, they'll be able to learn from each other and hopefully improve and become better.
Yes, nowhere to go but up. And everyone hates the Kim Kardashian All's Fair show, but it's also, I believe, Hulu's biggest, debut for a Hulu original in 3 years. So to that I say, of course there are other actors in that are so amazing, and like I hope they're doing good work. And like if the work is not up to snuff, then like of course, then those critics could be right. But also just an FYI, when you guys hate watch something, that counts as watching it. Like just know you can't watch shows just because you hate it and be like, I'm going to get this thing canceled. You're doing the opposite. So if you hate that show, the best thing you can do is not watch it. And if you love a show, the best thing you can do is watch it. I just feel like there's so much good shit out there that gets canceled after like 1 or 2 seasons because it's not buzzy enough. But if something's really buzzy for being really bad, it could last forever. So I would like to point that out.
I'm going to take a more blunt approach than you, Matt Palmer. And I'm just going to say, if you hate watch a show, it means you like it.
Oh, okay.
No one's tuning into 2 Gay Mats to like every week. Like no one's listening to our podcast being like, oh, I hate them. Let me listen to the ridiculous story about how Matt Steele sold his gray couch to these 2 lesbians on Facebook Marketplace. Like they're not interested in that. But if they were interested in hearing that, it means that they might kind of like me, which means that they don't hate us. So
that's true.
So sorry guys, you got to be truthful with yourself and admit that you actually like something that you say you hate watch.
Okay, well that's that on that. Matt Steele, do you have any other news for idiots you want to share with the people?
No.
Okay, well then let's take our quick break and then we'll be back with more 2 Gay Mats, the podcast.
Yes, let's.
Yes.
And we're back, and I'm going to be very loud this time as well. We're going to see how this works.
I hope no neighbors knock on your door because of how loud you're being.
Girl, let me tell you, my neighbors next to me were throwing a party last night, and it was like until 1 in the morning. I mean, it was a Saturday night, so like I'll let them do it. But like, and I'm truly like completely unbothered by noise. Like I am that person who I can sleep through an apocalypse and I wouldn't be bothered. So like, I truly don't care. But still, I was just like, I was so worried the entire time I was here that I would be bothering people by being on a podcast at like 11 o'clock p.m. And the people next to me ended up being crazy people this whole time.
They didn't care at all.
I know. I had nothing to worry about. But Matt Palmer, what should people care about?
You should care about our podcast and our well-being, and go to your Spotify and Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star rating and or review. We do only accept 5 stars, so if you have anything negative to say, you've got to keep it to yourself. Also, if you really enjoy us, go to patreon.com/2gaymats where you can get extra bonus content from us very regularly. You can join the Discord and chit-chat with us and other people who love pop music, who love pop culture, all the live long day. And go to patreon.com/2gaymats for more information on that. And Matt Steele, what section of the podcast are we in?
We are on Email My Heart, and this is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO. And so we got 2 questions, and I loved the subject line of this question because it was taking a little time to enjoy the view. And this is from Tyler.
Lord, I did see this one.
And Tyler says, hello and welcome to The View. Welcome to The View. Welcome to The View. Welcome to The View. Which is what Whoopi Goldberg says every single morning on The View, or rather an email about The View. Sorry if this intro goes over your heads. I'm trying to start this like Whoopi starts every show. Anyway, as a longtime viewer of The View, I get so excited when Matt Steele references recent moments from the show. So in the hopes of getting more View content on 2 Gay Mats, I'm sending some questions. Legal apology note. Matt Palmer doesn't watch or seem to have much history with the show, but still feel free to chime in from what you know in the zeitgeist that surrounds this fiery panel of women. Questions.
Thank you.
When did you start watching The View? Which panel of women is your favorite? Who's your favorite panelist of all time? Who's your least favorite? Rank the conservatives between Elizabeth, Megan, and Alyssa. If you could pick someone to join the panel, who would it be? And who would you swap out of the current panel? When do you think Joy Behar will officially retire? And what are us Joy Boys going to do to heal our hearts when that day arrives? And will Matt Steele try to see a taping while he's in New York? Sorry if it went a bit overboard. Thanks, Matt, for the laughs, and hope every week you help us remember we aren't in this alone, but together. Yes, Get that final quote in there. In the midst of your busy bi-coastal schedules, I hope you take a little time to enjoy The View. Okay, when did I start watching The View? I mean, I remember it coming on like in 98 or whatever when it first premiered, and like watching a little bit of it then, but I wasn't really paying attention. But like I started really fully, I mean, I always loved watching like the clips online and everything, like back in like 2007, obviously the iconic moments with like Rosie O'Donnell and like Joy being on there. And like obviously the split screen of Rosie and Elizabeth is just classic. One of the most iconic, it's classic television, guys. But I want to say I started watching it like every day. Not that long ago, like pretty recently, like I want to say maybe a little bit before COVID, like probably like 2019 era. And so back when it was like Abby Huntsman and like Meghan McCain was on there and everything. And then it went into the COVID era, which was just the Zoom boxes, which was a wild time of The View because you think the lag on like the two gay mats, like listening to us on the podcast is crazy. The five of them trying to navigate, like talking over each other and not being able to hear each other and technical difficulties during that whole era and all of them hating Meghan so much just from across the country, wherever they were, like is truly iconic television. So yeah, I would say it became a regular daily thing in like maybe 2018, 2019. And that's when every morning I would like watch it on my phone and do my little workouts. Cause I only work out at home. I don't go to a gym because I figure that if I'm going to do this, no one's going to see it. It's just going to be me and my girls from The View. Which panel of women is your favorite? I'm not just saying this. I truly think the panel that they have right now is excellent. Like I think the chemistry is really great. It's a panel that gets along very well, which is sometimes you're kind of just like, oh, we haven't had a fight in a while. Like I feel like the last point of contention was a little bit there was a little bit of a period where like Alyssa and Sunny would get into it a little bit, would snip at each other. And there was definitely one episode where Alyssa kind of went into Anna Navarro and was just like, well, this isn't the first time you've like attacked me on this show and blah, 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 because Anna like went in on Alyssa for being a part of the Trump administration in the beginning. I mean, Alyssa has very much disavowed that entire administration. She's like, it was a complete disaster. I regret every moment of it. He is a danger to the country and everything. So she's on the right side of history now. But Anna still, when Alyssa first came on the show, Anna kind of gave her a little bit of shit and Alyssa kind of like let her have it a little bit. But I think it's a very knowledgeable panel. And I think there's like a level of respect that they all have for each other. There's a level of camaraderie that they all kind of have towards each other. So I do like this panel. Who's your favorite panelist of all time? Baby, Barbara Walters. Like she's Barbara Walters. She is The View. But honestly, you also kind of have to say Joy. I mean, she's been there since the beginning. And her heart, you can tell, is still very much in it. Like you can tell she's still having a blast and having a good time. Who's your
Would Rosie favorite? Be up there for you?
Sure. I mean, I didn't watch every day when Rosie was on there. I just remember like there was a period of time where she came back and it was like, oh, Rosie's back. And then shortly after she was just like, I'm not doing this. But who's my least favorite?
Meghan for me.
I really don't. Well, I mean, but the thing is, Meghan brought so much fucking drama, girl. Like, Meghan really brought some of the heat. Right. And it was fun yelling at your TV screen at Meghan along with the other ladies. That was a very fun. It was, you know, but the thing is, I literally just said on the podcast that if you hate watch something, that might mean you love it. So maybe I
stealing
take back
Meghan,
what I just said.
Sitting in a tree.
No. Okay, listen. Here's the thing. Okay, we'll go to this next question. Rank the conservatives: Elizabeth, Meghan, and Alyssa. The thing with Meghan is Meghan was knowledgeable about stuff, and I respected her passion for certain topics, even if I very much disagreed with like so many of her opinions. I respected the fact that she knew about the topics and that she had passion for them. But my God, she was just a brat. would want like whine and complain and just be like, you guys are all against me and blah, and she would say things about like, she would be like, well, you know, I hate tell-all books, like blah, blah, blah. She would say things and then completely contradict herself. Like she would say like, I hate tell-all books and everything. And then right after she leaves The View, she writes a tell-all book. It's like, girl, like, what are you standing for? I don't get it.
Right.
But she was television, girl. But Elizabeth, I didn't know as well. I don't know if I can really rank these people. My favorite conservative on the View is, people forget that Anna Navarro is a Republican, guys. So Anna Navarro, I mean, at this point, Anna Navarro is not a Republican, even though she would still probably call herself one. But it's like, girl, at this point, no, you hate the Trump administration and Donald Trump and all the Republicans right now so much that
Right.
like, can you really still call yourself one? But because she does still identify as a conservative, I guess I would put her at the top.
I do think it's also funny the way you're describing like Meghan and the conservative panelists and how it's like it's fun to hate them and love to hate them until they go too far. This is a housewives show. Like, it's truly the exact same as me describing housewives, the villains, the people you love. Like, sometimes the villains, you love to hate them, but sometimes it's like, oh no, I actually just hate you and I want you off my screen. But those are two different things, you know? So I get it.
Yeah, and they're like Alyssa, there are some times where I get a little frustrated with her, especially lately, the last couple months. She's sort of been not like apologizing for some of the Trump, but not being as hard on the things that are happening as she could. but then again, like, you know, I know that if I were to meet her, I would like her as a person. And like, she's pregnant right now, and I know she was having she was doing in vitro and stuff like that, 'cause she was kind of struggling through it and everything. But when she announced she was pregnant, I cried a little bit. I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy for her. Like, I feel like I know these women so much. Okay, so keep going through the questions. If you could pick someone to join the panel, who would it be? And who would you swap out for the current panel? Who would be a good someone to be on the panel? Could it be like, I'm surprised a Bravo person. They haven't attempted a Bravo person yet.
I feel like, I mean, maybe Carol Radziwill might be too tough to get, but she'd be amazing.
That's a great choice.
Yes, because she made the whole 2016 season of Housewives of New York was about the election because Carol made it about the election. She's like, he will ruin our country, vote for Hillary. And all the other women were like, I mean, I don't know if it matters. Like, is this that big of a deal? And Carol's like, yes, it's a huge deal. Obviously, she has a connection to JFK Jr. and all of this. So if any housewife could be a panelist on I mean, honestly, before the, alleged insurance scam, Wendy is also a political commentator. And so she could also be good there. But I think Carol would be the biggest get.
Carol Radziwill understood the assignment in 2016. Yes, she went on the biggest platform she could find and be like, it is important to vote for Hillary Clinton for president, guys.
And she made such a
I think that's an excellent choice.
At the reunion, Andy went around to all the women and was like, who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for? And Tinsley was like, I didn't vote. I was like, Tinsley! Jesus, girl, I love you, but please. Sorry, I was interrupting your view stuff, but yeah, that was.
Oh no, it's totally fine. You're a part of this conversation too. You're a panelist on at the table as well.
I am, aren't I?
You are. Maybe Matt Palmer should be on The View for a little bit.
I don't know if they have dudes.
And occasionally they have some guys on there, like do some things, but not for a little while. But will Matt Steele try to see a taping while he's in New York? Absolutely, I'm trying to see a taping when I'm in New York. I would love to. If you see me in that audience, just clapping along and being like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to get what's the end?" I usually skip the end where they're like selling shit, like. View your deals. Where I'm just like, I'm not going to buy any of this stuff. But I
gotta say that's not a great name of that segment. So send me something to work on.
It's kind of cute. View your deal. It's The View. I like it. Don't judge my girls.
It's first thought. It's first blurt. That's how I
feel. Yeah, no, but I like this panel. I mean, it's kind of just like a comfort watch for me. You know, start my day. Seeing what the girls have to say about the hot topics.
Absolutely.
And the theme song they have right now, written by Diane Warren, excellent, really great.
Right, you better work, Diane.
Oh yeah. Okay, so next email says, email my heart, questions of a newbie. So it says, hello, Matt. I wanted to ask advice on something more personal this time. Recently, I decided to reread the Twilight books that I loved in middle school, and feelings of loneliness came upon me like a storm dragging me back into the whirlwind of my past. I searched out and read a gay romance book in an attempt to sate this feeling. To sate this feeling. I've never heard that word. But they only grew stronger. There was a time when I could enjoy rom-coms and romance stories, but now I can hardly bear them without facing the desires I've restrained my entire life. I was never one to show my emotions much, which probably has to do with what I think I have, which is autism. And yet I cannot escape the desire of that one person, a life companion, that you let all guards down for and reveal your thoughts and desires to. Someone that you can share your energy with, have fun and explore with, and stand beside through the plunges into the depths, the steadiness of the night, and fights which mutual trust guard from from instant abandonment. Sometimes when I manage some distance from the overwhelming desire, I think I may as well just be that one gay person who's forever alone. If Henry Nowen can bear it, Nowen can bear it, then so could I. I managed it for 27 years, but then I reflect and realize that what a lonely and unfulfilling life that is. Because of my social anxiety and tendency to withdraw into study, I am a 27-year-old that has never had any romantic or sexual relationships of any kind. I have no clue where to start, as though I'm just learning the language of something everyone else speaks fluently. Do you have any advice for someone like me who longs for connection but has zero experience and feels so far removed from the world of dating? So first of all, I just want to say that I think it's wonderful that you are realizing, like, you know, I deserve to have this. I deserve to have this happiness and to, you know, be able to meet new people and to share my life with someone possibly and everything. I think that's like such a wonderful step. I just want to let you know that you're saying it's like learning a language that everyone knows how to speak fluently. Let me tell you, no one knows what they're doing.
It's
truly, like. And you are so not the only person like thinking this. Like there are so many people who don't start dating until later in life, especially if you are a queer person. You know, a lot of times you like start a little later, or everyone has their own sort of journey, their own trajectory and everything. So never ever feel like you are starting too late. If anything, I think it's wonderful when you're starting a little later because you kind of get to know yourself really well, like on your own. First, so you really know who you are and what you want and everything. And so I think I'm really excited for you. Just know that this isn't something that comes easily to anyone, you know, like this like figuring out romantic relationships and everything. And so when it comes to dating, like you really just kind of need to go into it just knowing that 99.999% of all of this is going to be trial and error.
Right.
Like truly, and go into every single like experience, whether it's like meeting someone in person or talking to someone in person, or if you decide to do like a online dating, like a Hinge or something like that. Just go into every experience thinking to yourself, I am meeting someone new. I want to get to know them. I want them to get to know me and everything. And sometimes you'll meet someone and you're like, oh, I don't really know if I like them in that way.
Yeah.
Or you may like them in that way, but you realize that they don't. And truly you're going to meet people and it's all true. Just like you're flying by the seat of your pants for each and every one of them. So don't put a huge amount of pressure on yourself. Like I have to do this perfectly and I have to do that perfectly and everything, because there is no perfect way of doing anything. The goal right now, especially, should just be like, I am practicing meeting new people. You know, I'm practicing talking to them and I'm just going to be myself. I think if you go on Hinge or something like that, really talk on your profile, you can fill it out, like explain like what your interests are. And then maybe you can find people who have similar interests as you. And so that's a nice, easy way to like open the door, and just because you have things to talk about and
Right.
I think you'll do great. So, but you just have to do it. You truly just have to hurl yourself off the cliff, and you might. It's like Elphaba when she jumps off the thing and she falls for a long time, but then she learns how to fly.
She does.
You know.
She does.
Yeah.
And I think this, again, I'm with Matt Steele. I think this is really beautiful. 27 is still young. You are not too late to any sort of party. And again, like Matt Steele mentioned, none of us knew what we were doing when we were dating, starting out, or in the middle of dating, when we're dating these days. Like everyone's just doing their best to communicate and be clear. I think it's also a beautiful thing that you know what you want. You know what kind of companionship you're looking for. So if you are going to go the dating app route, which I know people, I haven't been on a dating app in a minute, in fairness, but I know people are kind of down on them. My feeling about it is like, at least when you are on them and on something like Hinge and you like are putting yourself in a vulnerable position, the person you're engaging with is also being vulnerable. Like everyone is going in being like, okay, maybe there's a connection here, maybe friendship, maybe more, but like we're both going to put our cards on the table. We will meet somewhere in public. We will just feel each other out. Like, are we personality matches? Is this a friendship? Is this something different? So I felt like that was an easier way when I started dating versus like, okay, let's go to a gay club and like, if you see a guy you like, go talk to him. Like that felt like a lot more pressure for me and a lot more, I just was like, that did not happen as often as it did. Like, oh, we both find each other attractive on this app. We're going to do the vulnerable thing. chit chat, and if we have a good connection, it seems via text, we'll go and meet. And like, again, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't think these dates need to go anywhere. You're just, again, like Matt Steele said, practicing the art of dating. No one really knows what they're doing. Just be yourself. It's a beautiful thing that you know who you are and what you want. And just like, I guess my only advice would be like, don't, just stay true to that. Stay true to what you want. Like if someone's offering you scraps and you're like, well, this is the only option, like don't accept it if that's not fully what you want. If people are not treating you well, get out of the situation. Like so many of us are like so wanting to be in that relationship or wanting to be with this person that like we will basically project what we want onto the person no matter who they are. And you've got to really just be dealing with the people in front of you. And like the way they treat you is most important. And if you feel if they don't make you feel good, then that's probably a sign that they might not be the right person. But again, that's probably a couple steps ahead. I just feel like you sound like a very kind person from this email. And my worry is always with very kind people, I don't want them to spend their time, energy, give of themselves if it's not reciprocal, if people are just giving you enough to keep you hanging on, because there are people that do that and like it makes them feel good, and I just would never want anyone listening to this to be taken advantage of. So I don't know, it's just me being a worrywart. But long story short of it, I feel like going on these kind of low pressure dating apps, I think Hinge is a good example, is like we're both vulnerable, we're both meeting up, it'll be in a public place, and you're just practicing getting to know somebody and like seeing where it goes. And no one knows more than you do, even if they've had more experience or whatever. We're all just doing our best, in the situation that we're currently in. Yeah.
Like I'm single, I go on dates, and like sometimes I'm on dates and I'm just like, what am I doing? Like I hope this person likes me, or just don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like just be yourself. And put yourself in situations where you thrive. Like don't be like, oh, I have to meet someone like if you're not like a person who thrives at a club. Like I don't enjoy clubs. I don't enjoy any of that. I can't hear anyone. I hate being there. So I'm not like going to a club to like hopefully find someone. It's like I put yourself in situations where you feel like you thrive best. Like I don't know, like you can meet, like it seems like you really like to like read. You talk about Twilight in here, like maybe like some sort of like book or poetry club or something like that. And even then, the thing is like when you go to these, when you put yourself out there, most of the time you're not going to meet the love of your life, but like you will meet friends, you will meet cool people, and with cool people come more cool people, come like a larger social circle, and maybe you can meet someone through there, so it just be open to meeting new people, and don't put much pressure on yourself or them, and just enjoy yourself. Do what you love, and you'll be great.
Yes. And you've already done an amazing thing admitting to yourself this is what you want. Because like I feel like many gay people, myself included, had a stage in their life where it was like, well, I'll just, not date, and it'll be fine. And it's like getting over that hump and be like, no, I want to experience this. I want to find love. I want to meet people in a romantic situation. I think that's a beautiful thing, because I feel like that's a hard first step for a lot of people. You could have denied yourself this part of yourself for such a long time. You have so much life to live. Go live it, babe. We're rooting for you.
Yeah, have fun. Yes. Have fun. Yes. Meet some people.
Have fun.
Have fun. All right. Do you have a 2 gay minutes?
I don't. Do you?
I don't.
All right. So is it Travis Tracks?
It's Travis Tracks time. So this is Travis Tracks. This is the section of the podcast where I go through the playlist that I made my roommate Travis, who knows nothing about pop music, and I gave him 365 songs that he should know from the year he was born until today. And so we have 7 new songs for all of you. We are in 2014, 2015 era. And so the first song we are doing today is a song by a girl group called GRL.
Oh, and I love this song.
This is a song called Ugly Heart.
Yes.
And guys, this song is fucking great. Okay.
It's so
this song
good.
Is excellent.
Yes.
Well, Travis agrees. He says, I love this song. It's a great beat and it's catchy.
Good for you, Travis. That's the taste we have seen in you sometimes. And I love to see it here.
Sometimes. Emphasis on sometimes.
Sometimes.
They were a British group, right?
No, they were UK. I mean, excuse me, they were US. Did they get... No. They didn't get put together on X Factor, but one of the members was on X Factor US. And then they put together after that show was on, but it wasn't actually on the show they came together. One of them has since passed away, so that person that was on the US X Factor is no longer with us. So sending love and light to her family, because they made a lot of great music together, and that song specifically is an excellent
and this song will last forever, guys. Okay, in the greatest playlist of all time, Travis tracks.
Okay.
All right. Okay, now we get to every white homosexual's favorite album, and that is Carly Rae Jepsen's Emotion.
Yes, of course.
So, of course, we have to give him the classic song, Run Away With Me.
Run Away With Me.
And Travis says, okay, I don't love this.
You're kidding.
He says, it's fine. There's nothing super special about this one for me. I got bored, to be honest. I know.
Nothing super special about Run Away With Me?
I know.
What about the intro noise that you hear?
The noise? Like the noise that is literally the sound of like all of my hopes and dreams bursting into stardust. Like that is, everyone knows the noise. Except for straight people. Because they don't know that album. But whatever, fuck them.
I have been shocked by Travis tracks in the past. This might be his most shocking take, because I could see him not liking. I guess the Gaga stuff was shocking in its own way, but once you understood he just like didn't get Gaga, I got it. But like Butterfly was upsetting, but I could see it. This feels like a song he should like and like recognize the genius of.
I know.
Oh, remember that thing I said about taste and the sometimes? This is not one of those times.
Yeah. Well. So the other song I did from this album is mine and Matt Palmer's favorite song on this album that y'all emotion stands don't even give enough, and that is Making the Most of the Night.
Classic.
And Travis says, yeah, I'm not really feeling this one either.
So he just doesn't like Carly Rae Jepsen. Like, is Carly Rae the new Gaga for him? Like, because what are you not hearing? What is not getting through the skull? Like, I don't understand.
Travis, he also says, maybe she's just not for me.
I think it's
well, Travis, maybe fun isn't for you.
Yeah, maybe joy.
Maybe joy isn't for you.
Not his thing. Horrifying.
It's devastating. It's devastating. Is horrifying. These two songs are excellent, and I really thought Travis would like these, but yeah. So you know how Travis likes his songs sexy and not too sad? Well, he's in for a rough ride because, baby, we're on to Adele 25. Okay. And so we are on to Hello. And Travis, as I kind of predicted, said, too sad for me, beautiful, soulful voice, but I guess I don't turn to music to be sad. Obviously heard this one before. All her songs sound a little similar to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis, we had such a good start. And I feel like this Travis tracks really took a nosedive very quickly. Justice for Hello.
It gets better. It gets better right now.
Okay.
Because I also sent him Send My Love to Your New Lover.
As you should.
And Travis says, okay, I like this one. It's low-key sexy.
Great. It is up-tempo. And I think that's what he means by sexy. And I would say, I'd say it's one of the best Adele up-tempos, like in her discography, absolutely. I mean, there's like probably like 5 of them we could choose from, but that one is up there. I prefer this one to Rumor Has It. Like, I think this is such a big highlight on 25.
So then we get to When We Were Young from Adele's 25.
Travis
says, well, you can beg and beg all you want, Matt Palmer, but he's not going to give it to you. Because he says, I'm on the fence with this one. I think it's growing on me, even though it's sad and a little upbeat in a way. What are you talking about, Travis? Like upbeat in a melancholy way, maybe? Like I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, this song's beautiful.
It's stunning. It's stunning. It honestly deserved more from the general public. Like, I feel like it kind of underperformed relative to, like, you know, a lot of her big hits, and it deserved more than it got. But it certainly deserves more than, like, I don't know if I like it from Travis.
Yeah. Well, the last song from Adele's 25 is, I mean, just a classic, and that is All I Ask.
Bruno Mars penned.
Co-written by Bruno Mars.
Yes.
And it says, similar to the last one, I almost like it. She's clearly an amazing artist. I don't know what my hesitation is about. Maybe Travis just has no soul and he doesn't want to feel anything. He doesn't want to feel joy. He doesn't want to feel sadness. He just wants to feel like a sexy AI robot.
I understand the Adele dislike because we've learned ballads aren't his thing. This is a man who didn't like My All. So like I'm understanding when he's like, I don't like this ballad, fine. I'm really stuck on Runaway With Me. Like what are you not hearing? What's not clicking? What's not clicking? Like this was a tough Travis tracks for me, I'm gonna say. This was a tough one. It was a rough run. Yeah. This was tough.
Tune in next week. Hopefully it gets better because next week is Lemonade time.
It's got to get better. It's got to. It must. Like I can't engage with it being bad. Okay, so is it time for Give Me Moments?
Yes. Do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
I'll go first. I have two that aren't going to be so long. The first one is, just in case you have not heard us chit-chatting about this in the Discord or, before this recording started, go to your Spotify right now and find the 20th anniversary edition of Confessions on a Dance Floor by Madonna and start at track 1 and listen to the album the way it's meant to be heard as a full nonstop mix. It is the only way to hear this album. It's the way I was hearing it on the CD, the physical CD, for as long as I was pre-streaming. And then we get on streaming. The nonstop mix is there as a single track, and then it gets taken down and we get the tracks broken up on Spotify. And I realize on our Beyonce Renaissance video, every comment is, you skipped over the transitions. And I'm like, oh, guys, get over it. But like, this is my you skipped over the transitions moment. Like the transitions are everything. Yeah. It's supposed to feel like a nonstop night out. And so I was just driving around after I went to the gym, I think on Friday, went into Ralph's, and I'm just like going from I Love New York to Let It Will Be and like Isaac and Push and Like It or Not. Like there's just so much great shit on this album. Sorry, obviously Get Together hung up the single, and it's supposed to feel like that. It's supposed to be like one extended night out, a disco party that never ends. I've not dug into the bonus tracks just yet. I don't know if I want to do that alone or maybe do it with Matt Steele for a Patreon thing, but I'm excited to hear those. But just the most important thing is like we have needed the nonstop mix available to us on streaming forever, and so that wrong has finally been righted over the past few days. Everyone listen to the nonstop mix of Confessions on a Dance Floor as soon as possible. Secondly, I just want to talk about where I am in Sex and the City because I have continued my rewatch.
Where are you?
It's not even a rewatch. It's my first time watching through, but watching it for the first time in the past. And I am in the middle to the end of season 4. And this is Aiden has come back into Carrie's life. This is the John Corbett character. We've finally gotten like several episodes without Big. I stand by every episode with Big is my least favorite episode. And her relationship with Aiden this time around has been very complicated. Like she cheated on Aiden with Big in their first time through. I think that was season 2 or something. And so Aiden still has some trust issues around being back with Carrie. And like Carrie is having a lot of issues like sharing her space. He is like not only moving into her apartment, but they've bought the apartment next door. They're going to knock down the wall and build like a 2-bedroom apartment for the both of them. And like he's now proposed. They're to be wed. They're engaged. But Carrie is just so not ready to get married. And it's, they've just started, not just started, but they've probably been together in a matter of months, not even a year, this second time around when he proposes. But like the ring is so pretty and she doesn't want to hurt his feelings. So she says yes. But instead of wearing the ring on her ring finger, she starts just wearing it around her neck. And every time anyone asks her, she's like, it's because it's closer to my heart. And it's like, bitch, you don't want to marry this man. And we know it. I bet he knows it on some level. They finally get into a fight. She's like, is honest with him and is like, okay, I'm just not ready for this. It's moving too fast. I'm not ready to get married. And he's like, okay, we can wait. How much longer do you want to wait? 8 months, a year, whatever. And she's like, I just need time. And so he says he's going to give her time. Then the next day he's like, let's go elope. Let's go to Hawaii. Elope now. If you don't want to get married to me now, you're never going to want to marry me. And she's like, that's not true. Even though he's being ridiculous, but B, he's also right. You're never marrying this man. And so they just broke off that engagement. It's really heartbreaking. It's also right as Charlotte is going through her divorce from Kyle MacLachlan, who plays like the upper crusty guy that she had imagined cheating on with the like gardener. Do you remember that? I was telling you about that earlier. But yes, so there's a lot of breakdowns of relationships that we're watching, but like I feel like we're in the peak of the show as far as its writing is going. I feel like it's gotten so much better. It's juicy, it's dramatic, it is hilarious. Miranda is pregnant with Steve's child, even though they are not together currently at the moment. But I love Steve. I know he's annoying and he bought that puppy when she didn't need a puppy and didn't want to take care of it. But like I think he's more good than bad. She's just like very much a career woman, while he's like, oh, I just opened a bar. It's just like they're on different they're in different places, but I want them to be together. I'm rooting for them. And even Samantha is like wanting to be monogamous with this guy who's currently her boss, and he's sleeping around. She's pissed about it, and I don't think it's going to work out between them. So a lot of relationships falling apart currently, but the show hasn't been this good the whole time. The writing is so sharp. The storylines are keeping me engaged. I hate Big, and he hasn't been here. Like, a lot of good shit is happening for me personally.
Big's been gone.
Big's been gone. I love it. Yeah. And it's just, yes, I think the reason people find Carrie so frustrating is like, you just watch her. A, she has the tendency to make everything about herself. But again, she's the main character on this TV show. So, of course, everything's going to kind of revolve around her. But sure. B, it's like the choices she makes. It's like, girl, don't do this. Why did you say yes to that man knowing you were not ready to get married to him? And he's just like, I can't believe I'm here again. She like broke his heart a second time over. And it's like, Carrie, this was avoidable. Like you thought you were making this better and you made it so much worse. So long story short is I care. I'm plugged in. It's, not a perfect show. It has its problematic moments, but I like the show whenever Big's not on it. And right now I'm very, very invested. Very invested.
Would you say you hate watch Big though?
I don't. I say I
maybe
don't hate
you
watch.
Secretly love him.
I don't. I just think he's you've seen the show and you had the same thought. He's an asshole. He's an asshole to her.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched the show extensively, but I remember like seeing a few episodes when I was in high school and just being like, oh God, this character, like what?
Yes.
God, she needs to break up with him. And all my girlfriends were just like, no, I love him. We love him. And I'm like, what?
I wonder if they rewatched it, if they'd feel the same way. Or was it like, oh, just at the time and like there's so much lore around them, like maybe.
I think it was more so, they felt like it was very obvious that they were going to end up together, or like he was the one that they should have rooted for, or like he was the one that like was right for her, even if they didn't really like him personally. And so they were kind of just rooting for her to be with the person who I guess she was meant to be with, quote unquote.
Right.
Which like also like, I guess if Carrie sucks, then I guess her husband should suck too.
Well, I mean, spoiler alert, he's going to end up dying on a Peloton in the beginning of And Just Like That. So whatever.
From a heart attack? Honey, which heart? Where? I don't see
exactly. What heart? I didn't see one.
How do you die of a heart attack when you don't have a heart, babe?
Got him. F you, Big. But yeah, those are my Give Me Moments. Both things that have long been over were my Giving Me Moments. Convention on Dance Floor and Sex and Cities. But Matt Steele, what's been giving you moments, darling?
So there are a couple things. Obviously, cinema. It's like time when all the Oscar movies are coming out. I just want to say, like, I forgot this. Like from 2 weeks ago, I saw the movie "If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You," starring Rose Byrne. I'm just going to talk about it really quickly. It's this movie where it's this mother, and she has this. I don't know what the condition is, but it's like where her daughter has like a condition where she has like food sensitivity in terms of like she doesn't like the texture of food. She doesn't like how food feels going inside. So she just like refuses to eat. So it's like these children grow up with this issue of just like refusing to eat. And so they have to go to these like counseling programs for kids who like only eat one thing or refuse to eat, to like teach them how to eat, to like how to feel comfortable eating and everything. But like in the meantime, they have to like put like a feeding tube inside of them. So it's this mother going through this insanely stressful situation of dealing with a daughter who's having this issue, and her husband is like away for work or something like that. There was a leak in her apartment or something. So like this woman is like going through it, and Rose Byrne is just playing a stressed out mom the entire time. And she's also like a therapist, which is fucking hysterical. But Rose Byrne gives a fucking brilliant performance in this movie. I'm praying she gets nominated for an Oscar for it. She is so good in this movie. If you can see it, like check it out, because it's really a fantastic performance. And Rose Byrne has always been great in everything she's in. Like even when it's a role that's usually like a thankless role, like in the movie Neighbors, like you would think like, oh, it's a movie with Zac Efron versus Seth Rogen doing funny things to each other, and she plays Seth Rogen's girlfriend. Like you would think a role like this is usually like is like very undervalued and like doesn't do much and everything, but she holds her own with these like really great characters. Like she is always excellent in everything she's in, so I'm happy she's getting Oscar buzz for this excellent performance this year. Another movie I saw was Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which I feel like when it played at festivals, it was kind of getting like mixed reviews and everything, so everyone was kind of expecting it to not be that great.
Yeah.
It's fucking beautiful and wonderful. And like, I loved it. And now that's out in theaters, and it will be I think on Netflix relatively soon. I think maybe it actually just came out a couple days ago. People online are just like, what the fuck? This is like really great and like really well done. Jacob Elordi, I think, is like stands a good chance of getting nominated for supporting actor for playing the monster. Like, he's really great. Like, it's a really beautiful version of Frankenstein that I was completely invested in the entire time. But also, I finally saw this year's Palme d'Or winner from the Cannes Film Festival. It's a movie from Iran called "It Was Just an Accident," and it's directed by a director named Jafar Panahi. I talked about him on the podcast when Cannes Film Festival happened, because he's a director who Iran has like a terrible government, and they like prevent you from, it's very censored there and everything. And so, he would make movies and then get charged for the movies being indecent in some sort of way. So he would get thrown in jail, and then he like came out of jail and immediately made another movie, like immediately made this movie. So like, this is a guy who's truly like sacrificing his freedom for his art. And he made this movie called "It Was Just an Accident," and it is about it starts off with this guy and his wife who is pregnant and their daughter in the backseat of a car, and this guy needs to get his car fixed. And so while he's like getting his car fixed, one of the guys who like works at the place, or no, I think they had to like borrow someone's phone or something so he could call someone to fix his car, whatever. One of the guys who worked at where this guy stopped in recognized the guy who owned the car and was just like, this is a guy who I was a political prisoner once, and this guy was a guy who like tortured me, and I recognize him. He had a prosthetic leg, and I see he's like walking with a limp and everything. So he follows this guy, and this is spoiler filled, obviously. He follows this guy and kidnaps him and like checks to see, does he have a prosthetic leg? Yes, he does. He kidnaps him, throws him in the back seat of like his van, and travels around the town picking up people who he also knows like were also political prisoners who were also affected by this one guy who would torture them like while in prison and everything. And so this guy is like suffering in the back seat of their car as like these 5 people, 2 of them are like about to get married, like it's a husband and it's a bride and groom. So like this woman's like in a wedding dress because they're taking their wedding pictures, and they're driving around town with this guy who tortured them for such a long period of time, like in the back of the van. And they're like, what do we do? Do we like seek revenge on him? Do we set him free? Are we even sure that it's the same person? Like, it could be the wrong person. How do we prove this? I'm not going to spoil what happens throughout the rest of the movie, but like, it's fantastic. Like, there are like, by the time it like gets to the middle, you're just like, oh, we're going here with this. Like, this is what we're doing. Like, they end up becoming involved with his family and everything. And then there are like these 2 shots where there's one shot where multiple people are like in the desert and they're talking about the things that they endured while in prison and everything, and the performances are so fucking excellent. Like Jafar Panahi, like really like the use of just long single shots is just excellent. But like at the end, there is a moment where they confront this guy who they believe tortured them, and the shot is literally just on the guy who is the person who was like the torturer and everything, and not on the victims. And it just is showing this guy's reaction and this guy trying to negotiate with them and talk to them and argue like that it wasn't him, but also like various different things. And this single shot on this guy is so wildly compelling. His performance is excellent. Like the way the things that happen like in this single shot are so excellent. Like, it's so well done. It's devastating. It like humanizes all of these people in such an amazing way. And it's just such an interesting movie. I hope it opens in more theaters. And yeah, I really hope it gets a Best Picture nomination, because it's really great. I totally see why it won the highest honor in film, pretty much. And so yeah, and congratulations to the director who like really, I mean, to go to jail for a while and serve a sentence for making movies and then literally leaving, like finishing your sentence and just making another movie immediately, being like, ha, fuck you, you can't stop me.
Yes.
It's fucking balls, man. Like, that's incredible.
That's
and
bravery.
It's a great movie. I'm glad he's got all this acclaim because it's worth it. The performances are so good too. My God. So yeah.
Gosh. All right. Well, I guess, is it too intense? Like if I was to watch it one day, would it be too intense for me, do we think?
I wouldn't say it's not like violent or anything. Like,
okay.
Like I don't remember there being like any crazy thing. Maybe like in the beginning when he's like, tying the guy up and like struggling, there's like a little bit of violence, but like there's not like gore. Right. Really. Like it's not, I wouldn't say it's like a violent movie and everything, but it's pretty intense, like emotionally and dramatically, but yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening and or watching the podcast. Is there anything else you want to tell the people, Matt Steele, before we say goodbye?
That we love you all. Happy Sunday. Happy Grammy nominations.
Yes. Happy Grammy nominations. And we'll be back next week with more 2Gay Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.